Hey guys, Jared Wesley here of Live Traders. Welcome back to the channel for another TradeStation review. Today we're going to talk about how to set up a basic chart, and that means how to put those beautiful outlined red and green candlesticks on your chart, how to put moving averages on your chart, how to put the up and down volume at the bottom of your chart, how to change the background color of your charts, as well as the scaling that goes into that, how to put the price on the left axis or the right axis, etc. and so forth. We are also going to talk about how to build a gap list, what you can use or the scanners that are available to you in TradeStation, and how to add that to your workspace or your desktop. We're also going to do one more thing, guys. We're also going to show you how to put a hot list and radar screen in there so you can symbol link everything together. So when you click a stock on a symbol, it will also populate onto your charts. All right. So basically, you'll know how to build a generalized basic workspace and desktop after this is done. I plan on doing another video on how to use the matrix and how to set up the matrix and some of the thumbnail watches. Now again, please keep in mind, I am using TradeStation 9.5. I am not using TradeStation 10.0. They are similar in many, many ways, but there are some differences, especially in terms of how you get to some of the buttons. They've moved certain things around, but once you get to that location, it's the same thing. So I still think this will be helpful for most of you, but there will be some of you that find it a little bit more confusing. All right, I'm Jared Wesley. Let's get to it. So like I said, today we're going to learn how to build a workspace or a desktop. So I thought we would do it from scratch. So right now you're seeing my actual workspace on TradeStation 9.5. My matrix is on the left. My order entry matrix is there. The radar screen here is in the middle, and then some charts. But let's do it from scratch. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go all the way up to the File menu. File in the top left corner. You want to go to New, and you want to go over, and you want to click Workspace. File, New, and Workspace. Now, boom. All of a sudden, we have a blank canvas, and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Don't worry, I'm here to help. So the first thing you want to do is go to the View menu at the top, right? File, Edit, View at the very top. Click it. Go down to Trading App Launcher. Click it. You're going to see a little icon will pop up on the side of the screen right here. Just a little icon. You're going to click that icon, and a whole bunch of boxes are going to come up. This is the lifeblood of TradeStation. You can find almost anything and everything you need in TradeStation from the Trading App Launcher box. So what we're going to do first, okay, is we're going to first build a chart. That's the number one thing we're going to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over here. It's the top line, and it's going to say Chart Analysis. So we're going to click on it. Just click. Okay, and boom, here is our chart. So I'm going to take the top left-hand corner, and I'm going to drag it down here and put it in the middle of the screen for you guys. But notice, this is not exactly the type of chart that we really want. So I'm going to blow it up just a little bit so you guys can see it better. All right, so drag the, the crosshairs here a little bit bigger. Okay, so now we have that. All right, but you might want a different color background. So the first thing we'll do is let's change the color of the background. So what you're going to do is you're going to right click on the chart. Okay, right click. And it's going to show you format symbol, format window. We're going to be in both of these very, very often. Okay, so we're going to go to format window, okay, and you're going to have a whole bunch of stuff come up. General, status line, font, color, style. Let's go to color. Now note, there's a whole bunch of values in here. You want to go to background. Right now it's set for black. I'm going to change it to white, okay? So now we have white, okay? Click, boom. You're like, oh, that's terrible, that's crazy. I understand. We want to get rid of some of these grid lines. So again, right click, go into format symbol. I'm sorry, my apologies. You want to go into format window again. Same thing, format window. Okay. And now when it goes down, you're going to say grid right there where it says grid. Change the grid to gray. Trust me when you do it. Change it to gray. Okay. You want to also the displayed values right here. Change those to black. Okay. Right there. Okay. Time axis, change that to black. Price axis, change that to black. Everything else you can kind of leave alone in there. All right. So background we change to white. Displayed values black. grid black, time axis black, price axis black, okay? Font, I'm going to make the font larger. It's too small up in here. So I want to go from 8 size font to say, let's call it 12. And we're going to keep it on bold. Now, again, you can change the font if you want, but I want to go from 8 to 12. I also want to take the status line and go from 8 to 12 also. So now the font is bigger, okay? We've changed the background color already. We've changed the displayed values already. Okay, everything else so far. The next thing I want to do here, guys, is see all this information up here? See where it says LOW 5-minute New York? I don't want all that stuff. If you want to have all that stuff on your chart, that's up to you. But I'm going to show you how to get rid of it. So go to status line, and I'm going to say I don't want, for example, the bid, hit remove. I don't want the ask, hit remove. I don't want the open price, hit remove. I don't want the high, remove. I don't want the low, remove. I don't want the analysis techniques, remove. Now, all of a sudden, I only have 5 things right here. Okay, the symbol interval, the exchange, the last price, net change, etc. So very simple. And you go to general. The other thing you want to do, it's very important, guys, and you're going to see this in a couple minutes. You want to change your bar spacing from 7 to 9. Okay, you can play with this if you want, but change it from 7 to 9. You don't have to, but I think it will improve the quality. And I'm going to click, and all of a sudden, it's a cleaner chart. Okay, I have the gray back there. It's not so bad, but we still have a few problems, right? One of the problems we have is, well, we have percentage on the left and the right. 1, we don't want it on both sides. And 2, we don't want percentage. We want price. And then also, we have a green line instead of candlesticks. So let's do that. Right click again, okay, and we're going to go to format symbol, okay, and this little screen is going to pop up. What you want to do is you want to go to settings, okay, right over here, style is the second one. Now note, it's on line on close. We don't want that. We want candlestick right there, but it's actually not enough. We got to go a little higher right there, candlestick, okay, candlestick, all right, and we're going to click on that. Boom! Now we have nice, beautiful candlesticks. Okay, now if you hit the up arrow or down arrow, hit the up arrow, boom, boom, they get wider. Hit the down arrow, boom, boom, they close up. Boom, boom, they close up more. Okay, it's up to you the spacing that you want to have. Click, click. I kind of like them at this level spacing, or I kind of like this level spacing. It just depends on how much information you want to put on the chart. So we'll leave them here for right now, but I still don't like these solid lines. So let's, again, right click, format symbol, okay? We're going to go up to the scaling area, all right? Properties, all this is fine, scaling, style, properties, settings. Okay, just real quick, guys. I personally, on settings, I personally like to go to exchange time. All right, when it says time zone, I don't like to trade on local time. I like to trade on the exchange time, because when you're talking to people like, oh, that trade triggered at 10 a.m. But if you live in Hawaii, it might be 5 a.m. All right, so go to exchange time, and that will change the time at the bottom of the screen to the stock market exchange time, New York time. Okay, hit OK, and the bottom of there is good. All right, now, next, right click again. Now we have a whole bunch of stuff. All right, right click, go down to price axis. Price axis. Notice it says display left, display right. We want to get rid of the left axis. Now all of a sudden we have it just displaying on the right hand side. So far, so good. Okay, we're making improvements. We're getting better. Right click again. Okay, and notice it says percentage chart. Scroll down and it says percentage chart, and it says enable. You want to disable that. Okay, when you disable that, it automatically goes to price. It automatically goes to price, and that's what we want. Okay, but we still have these ugly lines. Right click, okay, go to format window, and over here on the very last tab, you're going to have style. And for me, I don't like solid grid. I like to go down and use dotted grid. It's up to you what you want to use. I like dotted grid. It starts with solid grid, but this is what it looks like on dotted grid. Okay, you're going to get a much more clean look, in my opinion. Okay, our font is good, our color is good, our status line is good, our general parameters are good. Again, you can change the bar spacing if you want to 7, 8, 9, 10. It's up to you. Now, ready? Boom. Wow. Now I can see those background lines, but they're very subtle. I can see the day breaks much quicker, much easier. So far we're doing a good job. All right, so guys, one of the issues we're having here is the top here is a little bit too tight. It's not bad, but it's just a little bit too tight, and so is the bottom. So what I want to do is I want to right click on the chart again, right click, and I want to go to Format Symbol, okay? Wait for it to come up, and then on the right, third one over to the right, okay, there says something called scaling. It's set for expand range to include analysis techniques. I'm going to change this to subgraph margins. And we're going to put this, okay, and we're going to put this at 15% instead of 5%. So right now it's at 5%, so it's really close to the top of the screen. I'm going to change mine to 15%. You ready? Boom. Notice there's a lot more space at the top. There's a lot more space at the bottom. Now you can choose whatever percentage that you want to choose. So far we have a really clean chart now. We scroll across it. I have my numbers coming up, okay? Boom. So we have our basic chart finished. But what if you want to add something like a moving average or volume to this? So let's add volume first. Let's add volume. So what you want to do is right click on the chart again, go down to Insert Analysis Technique. Click. A whole bunch of hoopla is going to come up. You're like, oh my gosh, Jared, are you kidding me? Don't worry about it. Go all the way down near the bottom. There's something called volume average right there. Volume average. You're going to click on it and then hit OK. Boom. Now all of a sudden you're sitting here going, this is not looking good, Jared. Relax. What you want to do is click on the volume average, okay? Click on the volume average. So you see these little dots in there, and you're going to right click. See where it says Format Volume Average? Right click on it, then Format Volume Average. This is going to pop up, okay? So the first thing you want to do is go to Scaling. Go all the way over to Scaling, and right here where it says Subgraph, click on it and go all the way down to 16. It's very strange, I know, but hit subgraph 16, okay? Now wait for it. Boom, now it's on the bottom, right? It's where we want it to be, on the bottom. But there's still a few problems, all right? Right here, the volume is just too big. We want to scrunch up the volume. So see this little line right there? This little line right here? Notice my cursor changes, goes from the little arrow to this. Click on it and then drag it down. See that line? Drag it down to, say, right there. Boom. Now the volume is a smaller portion of the graph. But you're saying, but geez, Jared, that's nice. We got the volume a little better. We're making progress, but I don't want blue volume bars. I want green volume bars, and I can barely see those volume bars. Aha. So again, right click, Format Volume Average, and what we're going to do is we're going to do two things. The first thing we're going to do is go to Color, okay? Okay, I want to make sure the volume average, I don't like this in yellow. I don't want to see that line. You might want to see that line. I do not. So I'm going to go to volume average and click white. That means I won't see it anymore, okay? Good. Next thing we want to do is go to Inputs. Go to Inputs. And notice where it says Up Color Cyan, okay? Go in here, delete it, and hit green. Type in green, 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 okay? The down color is fine in red. The up color, we want it to be green, okay? But wait, we're still not finished yet. We want to go to Style. Last but not least is Style, okay? I want to keep it on line, okay? I want to keep it on line, all right, for the volume average. But when it comes to volume, leave it on histogram. But here's the kicker. Move it down one. Make it thicker. See where this is on the thinnest weight possible? Okay, so volume, histogram, second one down. Okay, now watch. I'm going to hit OK, and you're going to see magically, you're going to see the cyan turn to green. You're not going to see the yellow line anymore, and the volume bars are going to be thicker. 1, 2, 3, boom. So now I have the up volume in green, the down volume in red. The volume bars are thicker. Okay, and again, you can make these even thicker if you want, guys. I don't like them too thick, but again, right click, format, and let's make it one click thicker. I think they're too thick, but let's watch. Well, actually, that's not bad. Let's leave it at that. That's actually not bad. All right, guys, so one last thing here I want to set up. Right click on your chart, Insert Analysis Technique, we're going to put a moving average in here. So you're going to go to moving average 1 right there. Go down to moving average 1, click OK. Now we have this blue line on there. Now we want to left click on the moving average, then right click and go format moving average. What you want to do, okay, is you want to go into inputs where it says length, inputs length, and you want to change it to 20. That means a 20 period simple moving average, 20 period moving average. If you want to go to color, let's change the color and let's make it dark blue, okay? So we went to inputs, we moved it from 9 to 20 period. We went to color and we went to dark blue, and now it looks like this. All right, so if I change the time frame from a 5 minute, boom, there's my moving average, okay? So that's how you place moving averages, that's how you place volume, and that's how you place candlesticks on your charts, okay? So now what you want to do, you've done all that work. You want to do Control S, and you want to save it, okay? So I have a whole bunch of things in here. I'm just going to save this. Test workspace. That's it. Test workspace. Hit enter. It's saved now. Okay, so now we have our charts. Charts are done. All right. That's how you build a chart. Now you're thinking to yourself, okay, what if I want to make a second chart? Easy. Right click on the chart. Right click, copy window, right click, paste window. Now you have two charts. Okay. Now, if you want to change the time frame, instead of 5 minutes, just type in 3. Hit 3 and enter. Boom. Hit 10. Enter. Let's try 7. Enter. Okay. If you want to go from a 7 minute to a daily, literally type in DALY, daily. Now we're on a daily chart. Type in, if you want to go back to a 5 minute chart, it's a little more complicated. You have to type in 5 and then MIN. That's it. But once you're on the minutes, right, say 5 minute, all you have to do is type a number. 2 minute, type it. 1 minute, type 1 and then hit enter. 9 minute, hit 9 and then hit enter. You want to go to a weekly chart. Now you got to go WEEKLY, weekly, enter, boom. Now you're on weekly charts. Okay, so that's it. If I want to go back to a 5 minute, I have to hit 5 and then MIN, and then I'm back to a 5 minute. Okay, so these are your charts. If you want to make them bigger or smaller, you just simply make them bigger or smaller. Just resize them. Everyone asks how I build thumbnails. I just resize these things. Okay, so that's how you build your charts. Now let's build our gap scanner. It's so easy, it's not even funny. Okay, so we're going to go back to Trading App Launcher. Click. Okay, right here, click. And what you're going to do is go to Hot Lists. It's the third row down right in the middle. It's called Hot List. Click it. Boom. This big list is going to come up. So what I'm going to do is put it in the left corner here, and I'm going to drag it all the way down. But we have a couple problems. One, it's really small. I can't see the text, and there are way too many lines in here. A lot of information I don't need or want. So right click, okay, right click, format window. First thing you're going to do is go to the font, go down to 12, go to bold. Okay, go to displayed value, bold 12. Headings, bold 12. Now watch. Boom. Now I have all of this beautiful information here, but I have way too many columns. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can go up into here and delete it, right, where it says delete column. You can do that if you want, or you can literally click format columns. Okay, and over here you're going to say, all right, you know, I don't need the high, remove. I don't need the low, remove. I don't need the opening price, remove. In fact, I don't need the number of trades, remove. I don't need critical value, remove. I'm going to keep last price, net change. I don't need the close, boom. So basically I have symbol, last, net change, net percentage change, volume, total exchange. Hit OK, boom, look at this. Look at all the space we have now. That's it. Okay, so this right here is a dollar gainers list. That's the preset. If you click this bottom arrow, notice it gives you dollar losers. Click on it. Boom. These are the losers for the day. Okay, that's the price change right here. That's the percentage change right here. Okay, this is the volume for the stock. This is the exchange. Now, again, you can adjust these, right? Put your little cursor there and adjust them. See, you can adjust them to be a little further away, a little closer. Let's move this out just a little. Okay, And then this one, again, we'll just have to move over, make it a little bit bigger, okay? So again, go up to this little down arrow right there, click on it. And I use dollar gainers and dollar losers. So gainers 1 day is what it's called for all of my scans. For intraday trading, pre-market trading, aftermarket, swing trading, core trading, I use that for everything. However, there's plenty of scans approaching 52-week high. All right, if you go down, there's gap down dollar, gap up dollar. We have percentage gains. Down here, if you want volatility list, click it. And there's more implied volatility here, okay? There's more over here. Volume list. You want to scan by volume. Most active. Let's take a look. Boom. These are the most active stocks. NIO did 364 million shares. NAK did 150. So it's scanning now, sorting now by active volume. It will give you the list of the top 100. If you're curious about the exchange, let's say, you know what? I want to know the most active NASDAQ stocks. So now you're going to, instead of saying all, go down to NASDAQ and click it. Boom, the most active NASDAQ stock today was FLDM, 134 million shares. Okay, so I'm going to go back to all. I'm going to go back to dollar gainers. Okay, and now what you want to know is, well, geez, Jared, how do I link my charts to this? So when I click on Amazon, nothing happens. When I click on Tesla, nothing happens. So let's do this. Okay, let's put this chart right here. I'll do kind of what I do. So let's move that there. Take this chart, drag it down here, okay? Kind of line them up like that. Make them a little bit more even, right? Pull them down. Let's make the top one a 60-minute chart and the bottom one a daily chart. That's what I would use to scan in the pre-market, okay? So we have a top one 60-minute chart, a bottom one a daily chart, but they're not linked. So what you need to do is go to the, see this top line right there. You see that little gray bar right there? Okay, you want to go right up to it and click it. And it's going to have a whole bunch of colors here. You want to stay in local symbol link. You can choose any color you want. I just use the first one, which is green. So hit local symbol link right there, green local symbol link, click. You're going to do the exact same thing on both charts. So right here, click green local symbol link, okay? Click. Go down to this chart, green local symbol link, click. Now watch, green here, green here, green here. Watch when I hit Amazon now, click. Now my charts populate Amazon. If I hit Tesla, now they populate Tesla. It's very, very easy. One last quick thing, okay? I want to make a symbol list now. Let's say I find a stock I like. I'm going down my list. I'm like, wow, I really like Adobe. Well, where do I put Adobe now? Okay, go back to Trading App Launcher on the left, Trading App Launcher, click it. And now we're going to go what we call a radar screen right here, radar screen, click it. This is going to come up. So let's move it all the way over here. Okay, let's move it all the way over here. Again, there's a whole bunch of things that I really don't want on this. Okay, I'm going to make it really big to make this easy for you guys. So I don't really want bid, ask, high, low. So I'm going to click on this. And again, we're going to do what? We're simply going to delete that, right click again, delete that, right click again, delete that, right click again, and delete that. Now again, you can go back and do it the other way. So now all of a sudden I have symbol, interval. I don't need interval either. That means 5-minute, daily, weekly. Let's get rid of that, delete. So now I have symbol, last price, net change percentage, and volume. But it's really small. So again, let's make the font and the text bigger. Right click, okay, and go to Format Page. Right click, Format Page. First thing we're gonna do is go to Font. Grid values, Arial, bold, 12. Headings, Arial, bold, 12. Now look, boom, it's much, much bigger now, okay? So now, if I type a symbol in here, let's say I type Amazon, all right? Amazon is on here, but if I click it, nothing happens. Again, we need to go to the top right on that little tiny hash mark and click. Go to green local symbol link, click. Now watch, we're all linked together. Now if I click Amazon, the charts also populate. So let's say I like Amazon. I click Amazon over here, okay. Wow, I really like it. So I type Amazon in, great. All right, I'm going to go over here to the left. I'm going to continue scanning, scanning. Oh, wow, you know, I like Adobe. You know what? I'm going to type Adobe on my list. A-D-B-E, click enter, boom. That's it. Let's go down the list again. You know, I really like WDAY. I'm going to put WDAY on my list. W-D-A-Y, click. Now the charts populate. Now I have my symbol list. Okay, now I have my symbol list. All right, so one more thing to add to this. If you want a nice, clean, pretty header up here, so go to the top, right click, okay, go to Format Page. Actually, sorry, I apologize. Go to Insert Label Row. Insert Label Row. Click. Boom. Look at this beautiful label row. Double click. Now I go long watches. Okay. Boom. Now I have my long watches right there. If I want to go down here and do the same thing, let's say Insert Label Row. Short watches. Done. So long watches up here. Short watches down here. Okay, beautiful. Now you can change the color of this if you want to format that. Format the page, you can go into here and you can change the color of this. So headings right there, and you want to go over to color. So headings, let's make this one, well, that's this heading over here, okay? Label row right there. Let's make that one red. Boom, okay? So I changed all of it by accident, but you can change them individually if you want to. Okay, so that is how you set up a chart on TradeStation. That is how you set up your scanner, your dollar gainers, dollar losers, or any other scanner on TradeStation. And that is also how you put in a radar screen symbol list. Okay, and we have beautiful charts. Everything's linked. Not that hard to do, guys. It's really not that hard. So I hope you guys learned a little bit today about TradeStation, guys. I will be doing these videos from time to time. I'm Jared Wesley of Live Traders. I'll see you again next time.